Hi, Doug Bird for Doug Betts Tackle World here with this weekend's fishing report. This is going to be the 28th, 29th and 30th of March 2025. Hey guys, we've got some rain coming on Saturday, okay? And actually, before I tell you about the rain, I'm going to tell you about Stuart. Now, Stuart's not here, as you know, just me. And so Stewie is away up at Peter Faust Dam, I think, at the moment, getting absolutely smashed by the rain. Told me today he hasn't turned his bilge pump off all day. So Stewie, I know he's got that really nice diver wet weather gear on, the Gore-Tex. And I'll be doing you justice today, Stewie. So anyhow, he's getting smashed. No barrier yet. So guys, I'm going to tell you about the offshore fish report for this weekend. Now, as we all know, last weekend, hottest mackerel, Spanish mackerel bite I have seen in 40 plus years of fishing out here. I don't see it very often, but they were just ridiculous. They started on Friday. Saturday was the Gold Coast Sportfish Club's Spanish mackerel competition, and there was quite a few boats fished it. A lot of good fish caught, a lot of Spanish mackerel, wahoo, spotted mackerel, yellowfin tuna, cobia. It was a great comp and some great fish caught, and it was a hot bite. That was on the Saturday. On the Sunday morning, it was even a hotter bite. The mackerel were just going crazy, and Spanish mackerel in particular, they were on the 18 to 22 and the 24 fathom reefs. Monday morning, off the Richter scale bite. Like we were out there, I was out there 4 days actually. On the Monday morning, we bagged out in before it was even sun had risen, and just two passes, maybe 30 seconds in the water each bait, and got smashed and got our limit. But a bag limit two mackerel. Remember, 2 Spanish mackerel per boat. Doesn't matter if you've got 10 guys in the boat, 2 mackerel total. That's it. 1 mackerel if there's only you in the boat. Okay. What were we using? We were using this little rig right here. So we make these up in store. Little swivel, little short leader, 2-0 hook goes through the nose of the fish, and then a treble. And that treble is stuck up from under or over the top, depending. And we use anything from yakas from that size to that size. Slime is even better, but whatever it is live, that's it, chuck it out. No sinker, no downrigger, just on the surface, slow trolling, probably 1.5 in kilometres per hour, 1.5 to about 3 kilometres an hour, 2.8. And just keeping it really slow, dropping your lines back about 40 metres, 60 metres, depending on how many lines you got out. And just hanging on. Here's the fish. Lead off that, we're running about 40 pounds, okay? You can run 60 if you want, but 40 is probably enough. And when you get fish close to the boat, gaff it, don't try and lift them in the boat because it'll probably break and cut your hand badly. The other thing we used was this type of rig here. So the Reaper rigs, fantastic. If you want to catch spotties and not too many Spanish, because once you've got your bag on Spanish, you don't want to catch any more Spanish. So switch to using something like a Reaper rig, or this is one we did really well on the weekend, was on our own rigs, which we always talk about every week, which is that style of rig there with a nose cone on it and a skirt and a little short leader. And those things just absolutely rock. We're using good quality pulleys on there, which we sell, and little slimies are good too. So, and dead, of course. So slow troll nose, same deal, back a little bit further perhaps, work really, really well and get more spotties into Spanish. The thing was the spotties were really big. So like we got a spotty that's 1.06 metres, one of the biggest ones I've caught here for quite a few years. There's some really big spotties around as well. As I said, 18, 22 and 24 fathom reef. Down at Mermaid, gravel patch, a few fish caught as well. And off the pin, there's been a few wahoo, but they're not that many mackerel there yet. They're going to be there very shortly, any day. They're just not there at the moment in numbers. So that's talking spotties and Spanish. The other thing caught in close, was snapper. So quite a few snapper caught in close over the weekend as well. Size-wise, pretty good, like up to 80 centimetres. And guys that catch them slow pitch jigging, guys catch them on pillies, guys catch them on soft plastics and also the canna sticks, like that type of thing there. It's the slow pitch jigs. They're really, really good. And that type of thing will work really well. So yeah, in close has been pretty good. But this weekend, as I said, Saturday is an absolute dog of a day. It's going to be pretty windy, like about 25 knots for the north. It's going to be hammering rain, supposedly. That's what they're saying to us. Hammering down rain. And then Sunday, it just goes beautiful. So Sunday, we're talking on, I think about 5 in the morning, maybe 6 knots. By 10 o'clock, 2 knots. And by about 2:30, it comes in about 15 knots from the southeast. So you've got pretty well 8 hours of blessed fishing out there, supposedly at this stage. Watch this space. Watch the weather. So if you're getting out this weekend and you want to go catch a little bit fish a little bit deeper, 36 fathoms, definitely try for snapper, float line for snapper, definitely fish for dolphin fish around the fads, and try for wahoo. Wahoo also in a bit closer on the 50-metre line. As long as that water doesn't get too dirty, wherever the dirty meets the clean is where the wahoo are going to be in that 50-metre line. They're also out on the 36s. They're also out on the 50-fathom reefs as well. Troll around the fads, troll up and down, and troll on the back side of the reef always, okay? Give that a go. Pearlies are really good on the 50 fathoms as well on the weekend. So in that sort of 90 to 120 metres on the back side of the east side of the 50 fathom reef, and they're really good pearlies, and most guys did really well. Slow pitch jigging, again with that type of thing, but a lot bigger, so around that 130 to 150 gram size, and slow pitch jigging on PE2 or PE1.5 or PE3 line, whichever you want to use, and doing really well. There was also a few barcod and a few good pigfish and other fish to go with it. So the fishing's getting good. As we all know, pearlies start around mid-April and run right through, but they're just starting. So, and you get really good ones as well. We're doing a seminar on them probably around mid-April when Stewie's back. Okay, the other thing with the wahoo, I meant to say, troll, sort of that type of thing, like a metal head lure. We rig them up here for you as well, rig them on wire. And those fellows you can troll at around about 8 to 15 knots, and you drop it back about 60 metres plus behind the boat. They'll work really well for wahoo. You also get dolphin fish and marlin as well. And these fellows here this last year have been really, really good. So they're little buku lures, and these things caught heaps of marlin, heaps of dollies, heaps of everything. They've now got wings on some of them as well, and they're a great little lure as well. Bakulas, fantastic. We've got a whole range in there as well, and as fat boys as well. All great lures. Okay, deep dropping. There's a few fish caught deep dropping on the weekend as well. I see some blue eye, bass scraper, barcod, and flamies. The current was pretty strong though, so look, it's as every month goes on now, getting down to say May, June, the current starts to drop back. So it just gets better every month. So that's going to start happening. We'll be doing a seminar on that too, but later in April, early May. We'll keep you informed on that one. There's a lot of amberjacks caught on the 50 fathom reefs on the weekend as well. And guys are just using the typical long type jigs for the amberjacks. 50 fathoms northeast is the hot spot. That type of thing there works really well in that sort of 180 to about 300 gram jigs, and hang on, work really well. Oh, we've got a new jig out as well. We've got heaps of new jigs out actually, but just show you these fellows here. Fast flips, these are called, we get these from Japan. They are double rigged, so top and bottom assist, and are well priced and work really, really well. So these have been tested out and they work really, really well. And you can slow pitch them as well for even pearlies to take a jig that big, and snapper. Okay, other than that, offshore, look, the spanish crabs have been really good. I spoke to a customer, Jackson, did really well last weekend, I think it was, in about 50 metres off the Gold Coast, and he got some really big crabs. I think he probably bagged out in his first pull. There's just crabs everywhere. You'll see that when we do our fishing report, which we posted on Facebook tomorrow night, and you can see the photos in there. They're a really good catch. Well done, mate. I think that's about probably it for offshore to tell you guys. So just be careful Saturday, don't do it, but Sunday definitely is a goer. Friday, probably not as good either, just tomorrow. So save it to Sunday. Come in Saturday, get all your gear rigged up. We'll help you out. We've got all the stuff here for you, and get it there on Sunday. Okay, up the jumping pin area. Look, a lot of dirty water coming out of the Logan, as we all know, and the Pimpamar, wherever else, Albert. It has been pretty dirty water, but at high tide it's not too bad. This weekend you get high tide around 9 or 10 o'clock on the weekend, or maybe a bit later, and which is going to be a lot of tail around. So those tail will start hanging in the edge of that dirty / clean water, and there's been a lot of tail in the broadwater as well at the moment. And I'd be definitely doing some trolling of lures around those birds and around the bait. And one of my little favourites to troll for flatties and tailor, but definitely tailor, are Galaxians. These little fellows here from Strike Pro. They absolutely rock. They catch a lot of fish. I drop them back about 20 to 30 metres behind my tinny, my boat, and I troll at about 1 to 2 knots, adjusting gear, just a little bit of oomph to it, not much, and just hang on. They just hook up all the time. Great fun for the kids. They can hang to the rod, and they hook up really easy. give that a go. Flaties, look, if you're going to go chase flaties on the high tide, which I said around 10 o'clock, on Sunday, get up on top of Gold Bank or on Tank Bank, which is on the northeastern corner of Crusoe Island, and any of those big flats. And if you cast the new duo slim minnows, these fellows here, minnow slims they call them, these things are fantastic. The colours in these is just amazing. You just know they're going to work really well. Great lure, another great product from Wilson's. Yeah, so flatties, Taylor, whiting. It's going to be whitings definitely around the probably inside the bar there, and also around the lagoons. On that high tide again, fish that tide as it's coming up over the banks, fish unweighted yabbies, or worms that will work as well. Okay, we'll come down the broadwater now. So down the broadwater in town. Oh, just one last thing. Sorry, the prawns. Look, I haven't heard much on the prawns because there's been a lot of fresh, right? But I would dare say, as long as we don't, well, we are going to get rain on Saturday. As long as it's not, if it doesn't happen, definitely try around Crusoe and over at Coochie, in Redland Bay area, and definitely maybe around the perhaps Jacobs Well or Rudy Mars area. So look out for guys casting the nets, and you'll get big banana prawns this time of the year. Okay, we're coming to the broadwater now. So again, same deal. These little fellows here, the Galaxians or something like that type of thing, troll those around from Bums Bay, which is on the end of the spit, all the way up past SeaWorld and heading up towards the trawlers in the main channel. Look for the birds diving and troll them around, and they'll work really well for Taylor. You also get the same scenario down at the east side of Crab Island, which is in front of South Currity Campground on Stratty. Always a lot of tail in that area as well. Birds diving, tail are feeding. Give that a go. Okay, guys, if you want to catch a feed of whiting, try the back of Wadebreak Isle on the flats this weekend. High tide's about 10, as I said. Great tide, rising tide, fishing unweighted yabbies again. Also try the banks out in front of Aqua Building and around SeaWorld. And if you're land-based, look, do the same scenario, but try down at Paradise Point or Runaway Bay on the foreshore, where it's sort of that tide comes up over those shallow banks. Give that a go. You need yabbies though, okay, and try not to use too much weight on the sinker. Yeah, if you're land-based this weekend, Sunday's probably going to be a go for the beach too. So in the surf, definitely try for dart, whiting and bream. And you might even get tail in the afternoon or early morning if the water's clear enough. Definitely warm enough. It's about 27 degrees at the moment, 26.8. Give that a go. Jacks, look, there's been heaps of jacks starting to show up. The water's just started to clear up. Again, don't know how it's going to go after Saturday, but at this stage, as I do the report, in the canals at Runaway Bay, Paradise Point, Benoa area, the hens are slowed down, pouring over the edge on the spillway, so the water's starting to clear up a little bit in the Nerang. We've got the new colours in the Reddicks in the 80 mil. These things are going to smack the jacks. You just know they are. They're also good on barra, these things too, but there's heaps of new colours out. We've got them all here downstairs. Give those a crack. Also trolling around the rivers and canals and around the Broadwater. Look, you can't go past definitely probably double clutches. These things are really, really good as well from Daiwa. Great product. Give those a go. If you want to have a go for flatties, again, those Duo Slims are really, really good. Some minnows. Or give the MMD, the whiting, a go. These little fellows here, the big fellows, and cast those around the banks adjacent to Baby Harbour, those banks out the front there, and also at the most northern end where the wall ends and the sticks start on South Stratty. Okay, give that a go there as well, and give it a crack. Other than that, look, we got tail, we got that. Crabs, I went and got some mud crabs during the week. They were big crabs. Look, you don't get big lots, but you get enough. So there's a lot of meat in crabs, and the half a dozen crabs is plenty for a family. So if you go up, sort of, I got mine between Cooreen Cove and Paradise Point, both sides of the channel, west and eastern side, which over against Stratty and over against the Paradise Point end, and drop it into the deeper water that you can find and leave it overnight. So drop it out late afternoon, pick up early morning for some of our share farms with pots, which is really bad, by the way. Hope you get caught. And give it a crack. And you might get, if you get 8 pots out, 2 guys, look, you might get half a dozen really good sized muddies full of meat, really good. And we've got a few sandies too starting. A few sandies we caught on the opposite Efron Island there, on the edge of the main channel. So give that a go. Okay, that's probably about it if we're in the broadwater. We're going to go now to the dam. The hidden dams, as I said, starting to slow down going on the spillway, but I'm guessing after Saturday it's going to flow again. But just early morning surface lures, we've got a massive array of surface lures. Lots of little bug things which we show you all the time. Crazy type crawler on the top. There's another little type here. There's like a little lizard and a little rat with a little spinner blade behind. These things are really good for casting and slow retrieving over the top of the weed beds. They run weedless, so you can cast it into the lilies and bring it back out, or into the vines and stuff. And then once they get a bit quiet on the surface, switch then to deep divers like this type of thing. Troll it around about 60 metres behind the boat. These things get down to around about 5 to 6 metres, and you want to be trolling in about 25 to 40 foot of water on the edge of the bank. So if you've got a hill, look for a hill underwater, troll the top of the hill. Give that a go. That's probably about it, guys. So look, we're doing a couple of seminars coming up. I'll wait till Stewie gets back. Stewie is away barra fishing up north for the next week or so, and we're hoping he gets a few fish. I know he's definitely going to get soaked with water. Bad luck on the timing on the weather, Stewie, mate. But anyhow, guys, we'll catch you again next week. Please tell your friends about our Instagram and Facebook and YouTube pages. You'll learn lots from that. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Be safe out there over the weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.